This is my way. This me like it, but this one is mine. And it's my best friend. This is my way. This is my weapon. And this is BTB Reacts. I am the BTB Grilla. You already know. Now let me stop. But for real, what's up, everybody? You all know. I love this hip hop thing. I love the entertainment life, and when we do these reactions, it's normally something that catches me off guard, like whether it be the title or something, the content, or the context of what is going on, whatever. Obviously, this one right here caught my attention because I haven't heard from Terrence Howard too much since he was doing the one times one shouldn't be a multiple factor, whatever the case is, type of situation, and all the other stuff that he was doing with the patents and all that stuff. But now he's getting into this Diddy business. I don't know if they trying to I don't know what this is about. So let's watch it, and then we can break it down as we get into it. You feel me? Let's see what we got going.
There's a short life in
why do you think that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think?
I mean, a man, he said, once you give up your man card, a man don't take it, he give it. I'm not gonna lie. Look, don't judge me, whatever the case is. I agree. I honestly, the math thing that he was talking about, maybe I'm too stupid. Maybe they've been teaching me the same thing for too long. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? But this here makes sense. That makes sense to me. How y'all feel about that?
Think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother, right, you lose some. You give up that right for, and what I'm saying, a man don't take it, a man gives it. You give up your ability, your right to being a man.
My bad.
A man don't take it, a man gives it.
I had to run it
so
back.
So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
He said he's speaking from experience. He said he ain't never seen nobody recover from it. I had to bring it back because of my mic. I had muted my mic. But I do agree with the not giving up your man card. I don't know how many past lives or where Terrence Howard and been or where he from, whereas it makes him like the full front of knowledge on this situation, because he talking like he is in front of his church or something, like giving down the absolute game, you know. And I mean, I'm an old fashioned type of guy, so you know, I feel how I feel about it, but I don't know, maybe he a little bit too deep on it. You know what I'm saying? But
That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card.
I can agree with that.
No matter what.
I can rock with that point of view.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you've
I ain't
seen,
saying it's true. I'm just
you
saying
went
I
to a
can
whole
rock with
different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, look. He making it make sense a little bit, you know. I think he adds a little bit of flair onto it, you know what I'm saying, because he's an actor. But how many people out there, we create that society. Our entertainers, our sports stars, the way that we treat people that are great at things, we treat them like they're above and beyond. So when people aspire to be like those people, the first thing you hear so many people say is that I'll do anything. How many times have you heard I'll do anything? Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like desperation, I definitely feel like is so common in the entertainment industry. How many actresses and actors start off as waiters and waitresses and stuff? You feel me? Struggling, starving artists and musicians, and you know, long story short, you heard what Howard said, man. I don't, but take it from Big Grilla. Don't trade yourself. Don't sell your soul for what you think is the end goal, because you feel me, it's gonna hit different when you ain't you. At the end of the day, when you can't look at yourself in the mirror, it hit different.
If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now.
Yeah, how you tell a story like that smooth? First off, there's some shit missing in between there. You just talked about several incidents where you went over there, but all you said was that he just stayed there and looked at you. I'm saying the first time this is what I be meaning by like there'd be more to it, right? The first time we just talked about the man card and everything else. The first time you go to another man's house and all he do is stare at you. There's not a second and third time. We don't get there. How we even get there? Come on now.
You know, to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
Hey, look, he was losing me at first. I was, I'm like, what the fuck? Because he got to philosophize. He got to philosophize everything he say. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, exactly that. No, we ain't doing none of that. I don't give a damn what the check is. No, I'm not dressing up like a woman. I don't like to play like that. I don't play like that. We ain't playing like that. Not kissing no men. Nope, that ain't how we getting down. We ain't did that all our lives. We ain't getting ready to do that for anybody else's entertainment. What the hell sense would that make? Making sense to me.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is...
Okay. So I guess he is still back on with his patents and all that other stuff. That is not for now, and we damn sure ain't fitting to get into all of that. Although I wish the brother well, and hell, if he's right, then, hopefully they evaluate it or whatever the case is that needs to get done, whatever. That title was a little bit of clickbait. Because, for one, in quotes, shout out to PBD, whatever, I think it's called PBD, right? Yeah, but come on now. The motherfucking quote on the joint says, Puffy tried to F me. Obviously, that's not what he said. He said that his assistant said, yeah, man, I think he trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not him saying it. That's clickbait. Y'all need to stop doing all this. And that's what I be meaning. That's why we got to come and do these reactions. Because, no, this is not about Puffy trying, and in general, just about that. You know what I'm saying? This was about he was talking about all of y'all. Y'all try to put Puffy on there he was talking about all of y'all who bends over for it. And what he said was that he don't bend over. And that's pretty much what I got out of this is that, if you're an entertainer or you're in the music business or any other business, I happen to be in these businesses, but I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not asking motherfuckers to bend over around here. We don't do that. That is just like I said. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Don't bend over. Get it the hard way. Not that hard way. I don't even know. Yeah, you know what not to do. Yeah, what naturally, yeah, that's what you do. And hey, all right. Heard what he said. Hopefully that makes sense down the line. And I'm out of here. I'm BTB Grilla. This has been a BTB Reacts. I don't know why they keep on playing with Puffy, though. They need to stop playing with Puffy like that. He got enough shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? Come on now. You better than that. All y'all better than that. Y'all need to stop that nonsense. You feel me? You went to his house 3 times. You feel me? Come on, man. What you talking about? Anyway, and I'm gonna say this too, right? Be a lot of people that that lose their man card and then come out pumping all this stuff, all super tough and stuff, talking all this nonsense, and whole time they done gave up their man card and they just trying to put on the front like they got Superman card. I'm just saying. I ain't saying that's the case, but I'm just saying. So yeah, Big Grilla, go listen to that new music. We tearing shit up right now. It don't make no sense. Shout out to the BTB community. Go to the btbrevolution.com. The store and all that stuff will be back right, and all that good stuff will be in there that you love. You know. Love y'all. Be safe. God bless. I think that was it. Peace.